Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. So in today's video I'm going to talk about a tool called Magnific, and Magnific is an upscaler. However, calling it just an upscaler would be an understatement. So if you have used a bunch of upscalers, you know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, let me tell you what is an upscaler and what it does. So upscalers are tools or programs that improve the quality of an image. So what do I mean by that? So let's say you have an image, maybe you have shot it on your phone or on your camera, or you generate it through some AI tools like Midjourney or DALL-E 3. You upload that image to an upscaler like Topaz Labs or Picsart upscaler, and even a free tool which free upscaler called Upscayl, and I will share the link of these tools if you want to check them out. So coming back to the point, you upload an image and you choose the amount of times you want to upscale the image. So let's say you go for 2x, so that means that the quality of the image will be improved twice, or the number of pixels in the existing image will be doubled. So you can go for 4x, 8x, and so on and so forth. However, in my tests of these different tools that I mentioned, I have found out they do turn out good and give good results, or sometimes great results, but not necessarily all the time. And nearly most of the tools after 3x or 4x upscale just keep on adding the weight or the size of the image or increasing the size of the image. However, the quality becomes somewhat stagnant. And when this tool called Magnific caught my attention, or I heard about it, I was skeptical and I thought, okay, may or may not be this just a hype, so it may die down. But I was still interested to check this out. And when I tested it, I was blown away, because it is just not an upscaler. It takes a lot of other creative liberties to further improve the image and sometimes change it a little bit. However, the changes can be more likable or more desirable. So here is a post that I created on my Twitter account where I talked about Magnific, which is somewhat a testament of my testimonial of how I found this tool and what was my experience. So the upscaler can be optimized pre-upscale in different images. So these are let me show you the tool first so that you have a bit of an overview of what I'm talking about. So this was the image I generated on Midjourney. Elon Musk 1970s TV show, he's a salesman and something like that. That was the prompt. However, this is the quality of the image and I'm quite happy with it. However, when I upload this image and I gave Magnific to work on it, see, the quality of the image will significantly improve. So as you can see, the skin textures are quite improved, quite realistic, feels like human skin, and the hair quality is also like more sharp, more realistic, and more desirable. So this is how it looks like. You have to upload an image. Okay, let me drag myself somewhat this side. Yeah, you upload an image and then you get an option to upscale it by 2x. That's the standard option at the moment. However, if you want to go for 4x, you can just upload the 2x upscaled image again, and you can do that. And the tool has a bunch of options. So let's say you want to upscale the image in a certain way that is suitable for the type of image. So let's say you have a portrait, so this is more like a portrait. However, it also has some film look because I was going for the 1970s TV show. So I can choose whether the film and photography optimization for the upscale, or I can go for portraits depending upon your use case. You can also upload a prompt to further enhance the image. And then these are the three sliders that you have to take into consideration. That the one is creativity, HDR, and the resemblance. So I can talk about this, what each and every slider does, but in a nutshell, HDR will definitely, when you increase it, it will increase the sharpness, the contrast, and the realism. But also too much of HDR is also not desirable. I prefer it mostly on the photography kind of images or portraits. So that's what I find HDR to be more desirable on. Creativity and resemblance. So resemblance, let's talk about resemblance. As well as the name suggests, the resemblance slider allows us to, or gives us the liberty to make the output image or the upscaled image either resemble our original image or not resemble our original image. So how can we do that? So at the moment it was on 0, it was on -3. I can put it on 0. So if I go on the right side of the slider, the positive side, 1 2 3 or whatever, the image will look closer to the original image, or the output image will look closer to the original image. But if we go below 0, on the to the left hand side, in the negative side, the image will look less resembled to the original image. So it depends upon our use case. Let's say we create a painting where the shape of the face or the animal or whatever, it's very deformed, so we don't want it to resemble the original image for obvious reasons. So we might have to either go on the left hand side extremes, or maybe decrease a few values of like -1, -2, -3. Then the other slider is creativity, which is the most powerful or most hyped feature, and I would say this is where Magnific shines and proves its supremacy over the other tools that are available. So basically it is a feature where you want the AI to hallucinate or be creative in the output image, and do a little bit of like magic in terms of probably, let's say there is a face, that there is a portrait that you want to upscale, but you increase the creativity. It is possible that the face may have very sharper jawline, different color of eyes, maybe no dark circles or something like that. So in this case you can see that the creativity was 0, HDR value was 1, so that is the reason there is a high density ratio. I think that's the definition of HDR, or maybe I could be wrong, but you know what I mean. So if I see any other image where I have used, okay, here I did not choose creativity or resemblance, it was 0, set to 0. But even in that case, the face of Elon changed quite a bit. So that is something that we have to take with a grain of salt, that this tool can lead to certain outcomes that you may not desire. Here I think this is a positive example, that this was some graphic that I created, and when I used the 2x upscaler, the quality of the image significantly improved. The color of the eyes definitely changed. Earlier it was red, now it is something like a little bit of bluish or grayish, and there is like a very high quality in the crown, as you can see. A lot of it looks more sensible. And I have upscaled this image even like one more time, so let me show you. Earlier the eye color was not quite defined, but if when I upscaled it twice, the 2x, that is 4x, the quality of the eyes improved, and also the color was very specific, like these are blue eyes, and the crown also became more clear and more sharp and more sensible, or more what I wanted. So there is another example where I asked it to be more creative. Like of course, initially, as you can see, this is a painting. I think it's inspired, it looks very much similar to Kangra paintings that we have in India and certain type of paintings. But when I used the 2x upscaler, it brought a real face, and I like it. And the guy looks quite good, the jewels are quite defined, the dresses are quite defined, the hair are quite sharp. And when I upscale it even 4x, I can show you an example of that I did. The guy and the girl, the woman, even now the face has some features. So the face earlier, which was very realistic, now also has some spots on the face, so that makes it more real. The guy has some cool expression now. So that's about it. So there is a whole thread on my Twitter account, it's Your Pahadi Boy, where I shared these details that you can read or repost or share, and a bunch of examples like these. So this was the original image and this was the outcome. So I can't wait you guys to try it. The tool is quite expensive. It's $39 per month if you go for the monthly lowest tier, and then there is another one for $99 that more upscale options. Then there is Magnific Enterprise, which is of $299, so that's quite expensive. So I have purchased the lowest tier because I just wanted to test this tool out, and I needed it for some commercial purposes. And yeah, the tool has a lot of capability. It is beginner friendly, anyone can use it, and yeah, there is no refund. So of course that doesn't make sense, because they, even if you like the image or you don't like the image, they are definitely burning a lot of resources in the background. The graphic, the GPUs are running at a very high rate, and that costs money. So I will recommend you that if you can afford it, and if you have certain purpose for it, a reason to try this tool out, you should. I give it a thumbs up, and it's worth the money if you have a very specific use case that is going to give you a return on the investment. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe, and have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.